Recording in progress.
Okay, I suppose, Ryan, the first innings, other than sort of Tom Latham, I imagine it was a pretty template performance from your bowlers. What's your assessment of that first half of today?
Look, I think in total it was a day of frustration. You know, we started brilliantly. Our aggression in the power play was outstanding. You know, I heard someone say that was the first time the BLACKCAPS had lost 5 wickets in the power play since 2000 or something. So, look, obviously extremely happy there. Obviously, Mark Latham is a wonderful player, and the way that he batted today just showed what technique and a good solid mindset and mental toughness can do. And he batted beautifully, and unfortunately we couldn't get him out. And look, I'll admit, towards the back end, I thought, you know, if he gets going here, we're probably in a little bit of trouble, because I felt the wicket was deteriorating a little bit. And yeah, so he just played magnificently. Obviously, we missed in that last over as well, which was, you know, not perfect, but yeah, chasing 265, I think there were moments that obviously, you know, with our two youngsters in, Vikram and Bus, you started to dare to believe. And I guess that's the difference between a young team where they make mistakes still, and instead of being ruthless when they have their foot on someone's neck, they let it off. And, you know, I think Ish Sodhi bowled really well, and you could just see that Vikram was starting to get a bit antsy, and he gets delivered a juicy full toss, but unfortunately he'd already started to move and shimmy around because he wanted to score, and didn't make contact, and the rest, as they say, was history.
What did you think of the par total?
Look, I think everyone told us, you know, 265 to 300 is a good score here. I'm not sure the surface was that sort of score. I think 260, I think, you know, we would have been happy obviously with the start, 220, 230. But, you know, like I say, when a great player bats well, you just got to say well done, and, you know, he batted extremely well. So, yeah, I felt 265 was a tad too much from where we were, especially, you know, in that power play. But he had good partners all the way down, and they batted their overs, and that's the thing in 50 over cricket. If you can bat your full 50, especially with one guy batting well, you can get to a target.
Can I just take you back to you mentioned getting out with the most wickets that the BLACKCAPS have lost at the top of the five. I mean, getting out good players, Guthrie, Nichols, Young, Taylor. How proud were you, I suppose, of Clarkson and Van Beek in particular? I think they 7 wickets between them. You know, it's a pretty classy top order.
Look, they gave their heart and soul, and that's all as a coach I can ask for, is that they give their everything. And, you know, everyone obviously in New Zealand knows Logan very well, and he gives his heart and soul for Wellington. But the people who don't know Fred, here's a kid that was nowhere. He literally stayed so many winters in the Netherlands just working on his game. He wanted to become better. He changed his diet, he changed his attitude, he changed everything. And this is the kid that, when I picked him for his first game, offered to pay for his airfare because he felt like that's what he should do to play for the Netherlands. And you know what? Now he plays for Kent. He's won the Blast. He's done exceptionally well. He's played in the 100. But he's still the same kid who last year against Ireland almost had Kent hierarchy up in arms because he refused to go back because he wanted to play the 3rd ODI. And that's the passion we get from Fred. And, you know, on days like this, when he succeeds, I don't think anyone in our squad will ever take it away from him, because he's, like I say, one of our heart and soul players.
I suppose for you guys going forward as well too, to have a new ball attack like that's pretty, in those guys, I think late 20s, you know,
yep.
Quite promising for you guys.
You know, you those two, and obviously you haven't seen the best of Brandon Glover, but over the last 3 years, except for when we've had COVID and not been able to play, but like, he's been outstanding for us as well. And then you throw in Paul Van Maker and Snater, Tim Vandergoot and Viv Kingma, who's not here. Our pace bowling battery is extremely good, and we want to keep that, obviously, and keep pushing, and always have generally 3 fast bowlers in our lineup, if not 4 if the conditions suit. But you know, the facts are that, you know, Brandon has been well below his best, and he's been struggling with some technical issues. And again, you also have to remember, and I'm not trying to make excuses for anyone, but we're coming out of snow and deep dark winter. So, you know, he spent a lot of time tinkering, and probably has tinkered a little bit too much, and now he has to get back to his confident self and go back and have a really big county season for Northants.
Just a quick turnaround to this last game. I suppose, what's the focus for you guys getting into that final match of the tour?
Well, the first thing will be to absolutely enjoy every moment that we're on the ground with Ross Taylor, because he is just a great of the game. And the whole thing about us being in the Super League is the opportunity for my youngsters to spend time on grounds with the greatest players in the world. And, you know, we will do everything in our power to make sure Ross is sent off in a fitting note. Of course, if he gets out for a duck, that's not our fault. But look, everything will be there. But we need to be, again, competitive. We need to bring the heat. We need to bring our passion and execute our skills. I think we'll make a few changes, and we'll look to change up the team a little bit and look for some different opportunities. I think the wicket's going to spin obviously more, so that might be something where we bring in an extra spinner. But yeah, it's one of those things now. It's about pride, and it's about energy, and it's about what we can get out of it. Remembering when we go home, we have a massive summer ahead, and we need to leave these shores in a good frame.